Hello everyone, Krydax here, and welcome back to You Know What, pYanodon's Season 3. In our last episode, we got our cotton guts really going, and now it's just a matter of continuing to produce more and more cotton gut studs, and then we should have enough for our logistics science. So that is what we're working on. It's going to be a little bit of a shorter episode today because I have an appointment that is kind of a hard stop, so not going to be me saying it's going to be short and then it actually goes an hour and 20 minutes. That's not happening. But let's see what we can get done. We'll try to stay zen, though. We're not rushing, of course. That would be antithetical to the zen experience. But yeah, I mean, really, we're not that far from logistics science at this point. I don't know if we want to set up the caravan first or let's work on bringing over the things that are nearby. So we'll have augs on a belt. We'll have cotton guts on a belt. We'll have some other stuff on a belt that I'm not thinking of right now. All sorts of things. Oh, wait, what? Why did that not? Oh, that's too... I made this walkway too wide. Okay, that's why it didn't work. Makes sense. Alright, algae poos are over here. See, and it kind of makes a lot of sense to call them algae poos because that's what they do. That's what you have them for, is for poos. So, you know, there's a bit of an irony in that. All right. The thing is, I don't want to put like 600 on this belt buffer. So we're gonna do a whole belt reader here. If I can find the button. And we're gonna say read whole belt. You're gonna say aug less than, I don't know. I think if there's 40 on the belt, that'll be more than enough for the overall rate that we need. And they never spoil, so I don't need to worry about that. And so we'll just have this nice and easy situation. We got plenty of aug pup reproduction. I'm pretty sure we already did the math on all that, and it worked out properly. Let's just make sure this is going all the way. Perfect. All right. Now, the tricky part is if I want to put something else on this belt too. Or no, why am I connecting it there? I'm not really sure, because we're only using one lane, so it feels kind of wasteful to only use one lane for such a long belt. But the problem is if you side load, you can't... There's no way to merge belts and retain the whole belt reader functionality. In fact, it's kind of weird because it encourages you to do a weird thing. Like, let's say we wanted to put fish on this belt too, on the other lane. What we would have to do is actually put fish on a belt over here and have it connected and go past this inserter. And then it is one long continuous belt and it's not disconnected. But that's like the only way to do it. It's super weird. Because we are going to need cotton guts over there, but I assume cotton guts will just belt over and up. Batteries will belt over from here. Urea, I'll just belt over. Manure we've already got. What else do I even need? I'll probably belt over some of the fish bits and use those at a priority. Oh, and we need flora. Oh, you know what? Maybe flora can just be side-loaded because I don't need to count it. I like that idea. So what we'll do is we'll just take... How much flora do we actually need for green science? According to this, it's a very small amount. Total amounting to 0.064. I mean, that's less than 0.1 per second. That's a very small amount. So what I'm thinking... What lane did we put the augs on? The augs are on the bottom lane here. So what I'm thinking is we grab an inserter and we have it only function. We have another whole belt reader here, and that only works if flora is less than 15. I mean, surely that's enough, right? Because according to this, 15 would be enough for, I don't know, we'll make it 20. But like we said, we don't mind wasting a lot of flora. Oh, and we need to filter flora. All right. It's also weird if you're in map view, construction drones just don't work. So I'm not a huge fan. I miss nanobots, I'm gonna be honest. The drones are cute and the animations are really satisfying. But the actual functionality of them, I think I preferred the balance of nanobots, and I preferred the slightly less powerful nanobots. And they also worked better in conjunction with things like map view and stuff. So, I mean, construction drones could surely get some patches to make it more kind of what I'm talking about. But for now, I think I would prefer if nanobots were working properly. All right, so we need flora here. Oh, the substrate. I completely forgot about substrate. We need 0.028. How much is that compared to what we're already making? It's basically nothing. In fact, it might just be a rounding error. In which case, I literally can do 0 work to have the substrate that I need. That would be awesome. Because over here, we actually set up... How much did I set up? I have 3 cellulose farms running, so that's 10% more. And I have 2 petri dish makers set up. But that needs 9 seaweed, which we have 14. So I actually think we're good to go. I think the substrate that we need for logistics science is a rounding error when combined with how much we're already making. I think we're gonna get, because if we get an extra 10%, that's 0.99, right? And all of these can handle 10% more than what we're making without increasing the building count. So what that means is, well, I mean, look, this is what it means. We can make exactly 1 per second. All these ratios are very nice. And so what that means is we're getting an extra 0.1 per second, which is more than I need for logistics science. So that means good things. That means we can grab substrate without feeling bad about it. Which is already even in here. Why do we have 54 only? Uh-oh. Oh. Uh-oh. We need to be reading this belt. We're reading a belt after a splitter. That is a problem. That's not what we want. Alright, so you guys get back to making substrate so this guy gets more full. And then I will... Nope, sorry, I need to do that the other order. I need to do this, this, then this. Or, then this. Okay, so that'll be enough substrate. Do we need petri dishes? I think we do. Do I need... How many petri dishes do we need? It's actually an equal amount. That's funny. The amount we need of substrate is exactly the same as the amount of petri dishes. How does that work out? I don't even know how that works out. But we need them for biological samples, and we need them for... Oh, you know what? No, we don't need that much. It's for plasmids, which I'm just going to be stealing directly. Right. So since I'm stealing plasmids directly, I will only need a tiny amount of petri dishes. Do we need wood or glassware or lamps or anything like that? I don't think we do. We might need some wood for just fueling buildings. Yeah. Yeah, let's just throw an extra stack of wood in here. So the caravan will pick up substrate, petri dish, and wood from here. And then that should be everything we need. And then plasmids, let's figure out the plasmid situation. So the plasmids, I mean, it's just that simple. We just need to do plasmids. Rate-wise, I might need some more wood. Yeah, I'm a little worried about the rates of all this. The plasmids might be a bit limiting. Let's put some more wood on this belt, and then maybe more petri dishes. Yeah. Oh, I meant to do 25, not 58. Numpad error. Okay, and then we're out of 10. Uh-oh. Quartz plastic? What? Uh-oh. We got new glitches. We got new glitches. I just downloaded the update that was supposed to fix that, I thought. Hold on. Hold the phone. What? I swear we just downloaded an Alien Life update that was supposed to fix that. Watch this. Hi. Changelog. Fixed. No. Fixed caravan GUI not closing when caravan is out of reach. Oh no. But that breaks the map view. I think this patch actually did a bad thing. And now it breaks in the map view. So you can't. That's so annoying. Does it work when you go from here? Nope. Oh my gosh. That's hilarious. They broke being able to control caravans from map view. All right, well, I'm sure they'll fix it. But, cause like that, I feel like that should be how it works if you opened a caravan with left click like this. But it shouldn't be how it works if you open a caravan from map view. That's actually really, really frustrating. I'm sure it's a very fixable bug, so I'm not too worried about it. But I do actually need to see why the quartz plastic one, and I don't even know where it is. It's over by my mall. Why is that interacting with the cDNA one? Because I'm like confused on why it is. Oh, it's stealing treated wood. That's what it was. Okay. Got it. All right, anyway, that is besides the point. Point for right now is getting more plasmids. And making sure... I mean, yeah, we definitely don't have enough tin. Uh-oh. Okay. Yeah, that's actually very bothersome. Is there an easy way to increase my tin production without fixing anything right now? Not really. More tin is just gonna require me to do more tin. That's there's no easy way out this time. More tin means more tin, doesn't it? But anyway, we should just be able to take plasmids, put them on a belt, load them into this guy. that should be good. Kind of chunk border wise, they should take turns, hopefully. But no, see, there's a problem. There is a problem here. If we need more plasmids, we need more petri dishes, because the rate that we need of plasmids for green science is 0.02. Oh, wait. Hold on. Am I... Wait, is that it? Why can't I find plasmids? Oh, because I put in the recipe in here somewhere. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, 0.02 plasmids is 1/6 of what this building can handle, which is supported by that number right there. But the amount we get for this is only enough to fuel not a half, slightly less than a half. So this can only run at 40% maximum, but I don't need 40%. I only need 15%. Okay, so I actually don't think I need to change anything. And if that only needs 15% of Zogna, that's only like 10% of, you know, like 0.5 Zogna a second or something. Okay, I think I'm actually fine. Now the problem is this is going to take a while to buffer up. The amounts we need are very small, but it certainly is going to cause a ruckus to buffer. So I could remove the buffer. Is that what we want to do? Like I could do a whole belt reader here. Feels reasonable. Plasmid less than 10. So we'll only buffer 10 plasmids on the belt. And let's get a few started here. Okay. Not bad, not bad. So then let's drop our caravan and we're gonna add... I'm gonna go there to get food. Oh my gosh, this is so annoying. Store food. You're gonna go over here to grab... substrate. Oh my gosh. Them wandering around out of your reach is making it so... Oh my gosh, that's so annoying. Petri dish. Quick, follow. And then... fill... There are a lot of options with the double load and double unload. Now there's like just so many options. It's a good thing to have options though. All right, so we said 200, 100. Don't go too far. 100. And then you come over here. And then you load plasmids. And then I'm sure we'll need to do other things with that caravan, but for now that should be a good start. Oh, we need to add destination of down here. And then you empty. And then you'll wait. And then you'll circuit condition. Equals static value. So you'll wait for the green signal. we can just do greater than 0. Same thing. All right, why don't you go get started on that trip? Then we need to put the limits into that other caravan outpost, so it doesn't fill up too much. So we wanted 2 substrate, a wood. Do I have wood? Probably not. Wood, oh, I do. Too late. Wood, petri dish, substrate times 2, and plasmids for now. Okay. So that's done. Again, this is where whole belt readers can be tricky, because now I can't just do a splitter for the flora. I mean, I can, but then we have lots of flora that's not getting measured and lots of augs that are not getting measured. Who cares? The augs can back up, and it's not that much flora. And we'll deal with flora spilinin maybe down here or something. Okay, so the augs. Well, the augs need to go into caged aug. So we need a system here. Probably gonna use long inserters, by the way. For the first time. Have I used long inserters yet? Maybe I've used them once. Oh gosh, solder. All right, well, I'm gonna handcraft 15 cages. Hopefully that's enough. And then, yeah, and then this guy comes over. Wait, what? That's not long enough. This is what I'm thinking. It's like, I know this made sense in my head. Okay, so cages go back into here. They get fed into there, and then these, yeah, this all works. And the augs go there. Okay. Easy peasy. Oh, the fuel. How did that space my mind so hugely? Ugh. I mean, we've got wood for these guys. I could just chop all these trees and that fuel would last who knows how many hours. But it's not a permanent solution. And nothing is more permanent than a temporary solution, is what we keep saying. So part of me wants to do that and have the wood come up here. That's not very clean. I'm gonna need the bottom of these to be pretty available, because this is where we're gonna unload all the, gosh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pretty much everything other than chitin. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff, including blood. Blood. The nice thing is blood doesn't spoil, so I don't have to worry about that. Now, fluorospilinin gonna be a problem here. So that could be reconstituted down here. What exactly does we need? We need just the steam. But then we end up getting biomass. Okay. So then we need filter. Nope, it's right there. I feel like it's a surprising amount of the time that the object you need to filter is right in front of your face. Feels like it happens more often than it should. Yeah, and then I guess we need... We want this up here? I think so. And then it's going to... pile up in a chest here. We're getting some spaghetti, but that's fine. And then this needs to be on the top side. That. Input priority right. Filters, flora. Now I have biomass to get rid of. What do I do about the biomass? I could... I could use it to power these burner assemblers, but I'm hesitant because I don't know if it will be enough. I mean, look at how often these run. These are going to be running at 2% of the time. That's nothing. That's not enough. So I think we have to do the slightly annoying thing, which is priority boiler it. So... Okay, so here's the plan. So here's our steam. And that's a top-up steam. And then here's our boiler. And that's the main... That's just a normal connection. To the steam network. So we're using that first. And then that way we can consume... Because steam we're going to use a decent amount to make the bone meal. So I'm pretty sure that bone meal... I mean, we should double check, I guess. Is that always going... but see, flora can spoil indefinitely. I'm getting too worried about it. Am I? Am I, though? What if this... is this going to run for 50 hours if flora keeps spoiling for 50 hours? Because eventually the biomass is going to back up. It's just going to keep building up and building up and building up and build. No. Sorry. No, it's not. We use the steam here. So the biomass will get eaten because of the steam. Right. Okay, I don't have to worry about it then. Good. Okay, so we do need the biomass, though, to turn into steam. And maybe I do the boiler up here, because I think it's easier to bring a pipe of water. Yeah, I think we just do something where we just directly feed the steam in, and that directly feeds the biomass out. So that guarantees the biomass gets utilized. The flora gets recycled. The water we will handle like this. I'm out of pipes. That is not good. I don't like doing pass-throughs. Sorry, had to sneeze. All right, yeah, I just don't like doing pass-throughs of buildings to be providing things to other buildings that aren't connected to the same set of buildings, if that makes sense. All right. All right, I think we're good. Let's go grab some more pipes. We're good on that. Yeah, hit me up, by the way, if there is a radar channels mod. I haven't really looked into it yet, but I'm still very interested in the idea of being able to have the ability, you know, when you hook one of these up to a wire, to say which channel it's transmitting on and which channel it's receiving on. I would love that, because right now I think there's just too much going into the same pot that I'm not going to use it very often. But that being said, I also know that there is the, what's it called, mod? The signal transmission mod, the one that, you know, goes with space exploration. And the reason that one is also a little bit less interesting is those buildings are huge. They take a ton of power, though the power cost is probably going to be pretty insignificant once I start doing coal power plants with the molten salt and stuff. I think they're only like 10 megawatts a piece or something, which is roughly 0 later in Pi. So that, I guess that part's not as worrisome. But basically, I think those have channels, so I could use that mod. But let me know if there's a mod that somehow works with the vanilla radar system, because I think I'd prefer that. And that way, you know, you could set up a radar over here and set up something over there and basically just transmit the signal. And in my mind, it's just preventing you from having a really long power pole with a bunch of wires on it. Like, which you could easily do. It's not even expensive. And it's not really that tedious either, because now there's the thing, now when you have a connected power pole, and you set a power pole and you click on this to start, look, it keeps connecting the green wire. So it's not even that hard to get a wire connection going that far. It just looks ugly. And I don't want to have to do that. I'd much prefer to be able to set up a local radar right here, hook it up to read this belt, and then send that to the inserter over there. Done. So if such a thing is ever possible, I'd love to be able to do that. All right, and now we need an inserter taking out the wood. Oh my gosh. We're almost out of time. No, I want to do so much more. We've gotten a lot done, though. It's been a good episode. So there's the fuel for those guys. Plasmid and substrate. You know, this is a time where a loader might be appropriate just because it's a nice double filter on the left and right. Plasmids and substrate. And we just scooch. Oh, they don't support moving. Well, fine. How about cut paste? Bet you support that. All right. And then subcritical oh. Wait, subcritical water needs biomass. And I'm up there trashing biomass. That's kind of funny. It's a small amount of biomass that I'm trashing, so we'll see if it's worth it. But yeah, the subcritical water plus manure happens in a reformer. So that's where the giant reformer goes. If I can find it, this guy. think I actually want this right here. I'll put the wood over there. And can I make wood into biomass? Yeah, 6 biomass apiece. So this would only be using 0.1 wood per second. If I bump it up to 2 stacks of wood, then that seems more than sufficient. So yeah, maybe I just compost the wood. Or should I just compost alg parts? 1 alg is gonna get me... All of these make 3, right? Yeah, everything makes 3 biomass. Every single one of those things. So if I fully composted... And can you make... Yeah, you can. Blood makes biomass too. Congealed blood. But how much? It really is 0.5. I just wanted to make sure that wasn't like a weird wrong number somehow or something. So 100 blood is 50 biomass. Oh my gosh. Algs might be the truth for biomass. So you get 53, 50, or 62, 68, 74, another 24 on top of that is 98, plus another 9 is, by my math, 107 biomass per alg. Holy cannoli. And that's not even counting that if you let the things that can decay to jerky decay, then you get even more, right? Because jerky's 8 biomass apiece. 107 biomass per alg? So let me get this straight. My 0.05 algs per second, which was not that big of a build. We're talking 2 paddocks, not even close to 1 reproductive complex, and 2 moss farms. With a little bit of stone input, and that's basically, and some flora. That alone, 0.05 times 107, that alone could get me 5 biomass a second? Is that the best way to get biomass? It's the blood that really pushes it over the top. Because how much was like moss to biomass? Here, let me just add moss ingredient. Like if I wanted to do the same amount of biomass that I'm talking about here, and I wanted 5 biomass a second, and I wanted to use this moss recipe. Okay, never mind. I mean, that's only 6 moss farms. Okay. So algs aren't quite as insane as I thought. For some reason, just the fact that each alg was 107 was kind of blowing me out of the water, but algs are also not like 1 alg is an investment, is the other side of that coin that I need to remember. Okay, anyway, manure will go in here. Subcritical water needs biomass. I haven't determined yet exactly how I'm going to do that, but I do need a composter, which needs more titanium. Alright. Titanium. Oops. Oh, you know what? We need all this stuff. This is why I came up here earlier, and I forgot to actually grab the pipes. Alright, and then lead. We actually did need more copper. Copper's fine. 4 stacks is good. 4 stacks of steel. Always need more iron. Titanium, 3 stacks. Duralumin, 2 stacks. Don't need the other things. 10? Yeah, that's good enough. Glass. 3 stacks. Alright. Compost plant. Done. And then we'll plop that down. Yeah, I mean, back to the 5 biomass per second. That's less than 1 wood per second. And did we ever set up fast wood forestries in here? I don't know if we did, but like, since I used the double wood recipe, which is where? Is it locked? There it is. So the double wood recipe only requires, I don't want 40 logs. I want 5/8 of a wood per second. Yeah, I mean, 1 fast wood forestry is 5 biomass per second. You know. And how much biomass is a log? Are logs better biomass? 30 versus 60 from wood. Oh. That's 6, not 8. I read that wrong. Anyway, basically, 5 biomass a second is not that much, no matter where you're getting it from. Augs are not the best way to do it. I rescind that statement. Though, if there's really great ways to reproduce augs in the future, you never know. It's always worth considering. Biomass is one of those interesting things because there's just so many different ways to get it that it can be a bit overwhelming. And I'm gonna move the steam pipes and stuff because I want to put the composter a little bit more close to this whole situation. So the composter will be fed with wood. You're gonna pick up 200 wood now, not 1500 though. Okay, so we're gonna send you on that mission, and then we need to change our thingy to have 200 wood, which I want to say it's this one, right? That he's grabbing wood from. And the reason I keep increasing that is just because if there are multiple there are multiple caravans that are coming to collect wood from that, and if they all happen to come at the same time, then that would be bad because they wouldn't have enough. So I'd rather just have the maximum amount. You know, if we were really strapped for space in the caravan outpost, I would maybe just hope that it averages out, you know? Even if there's five caravans taking 5 stacks, maybe you could get by with 10 stacks if it refills quickly. But I think it's just easier to be consistent. Anyway, subcritical water comes from the heat exchanger. I am getting a little too locked in here. And why am I making bone meal down here? I mean, I know I need it for that, but I don't need to make bone meal here. Nor do I need to make this here. Now that I kind of look at it, I'm like, that's all pretty arbitrary. Okay, and then that leaves me room to build the heat exchanger. Right here. And then we can do subcritical. And we need a pressure pump. Make pressurized water. I get it. You pressurize it and then you heat it. It makes sense now to me. It makes sense. Alright, you pressurize it, you heat it, and then you mix that with some manure, and that gets you depolymerized organics. Or polymerized, as some people might say it. Because you call it polymerization, not polymerization. So I guess we should call it depolymerized organics. 0.834 per second. I actually do need more than one inserter here. And that should work. And then we hook that up to this. And that's done. We bring in cotton guts and we'll be good to go. Sweet. All right, well, I think I'm gonna call that the episode, and we might finish this in the next episode, which is hard to believe. But we might see our first green science in the next episode. Maybe it'll be 2 more, we'll see. There's still quite a few things to do. But as always, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. And let me know how your pie base is going. I know a lot of you have started your own pie runs, so keep me updated on that. Or come to the Cridania Discord and post about it, because I love seeing pictures of people's bases and just hearing about, you know, the process that you go through. So thanks for all of you who do leave those kinds of comments and chats, and let's hear more of it. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one.